All right, how many of you like scary movies?
No, I don't like it.
Not everybody. Not for everybody. I love scary movies, but there's always a moment in a scary movie when you get the feeling that you're just watching something that's fake. You realize it's just a movie. It's just for fun. There's nothing to be afraid of. For me, the giveaway is the scream sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to do a good scream, and it's easy to do a bad one. Half the time, the heroine's running away from Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger or whoever, and then he shows up and she screams, but she takes a breath first. She goes, "Ah!" Like, nobody's going to do that with a spontaneous thing. And then there's three screams that they're in hundreds of movies. They've been repeated over and over. 3 recorded screams. And I'm sure you've all heard them. And now that, after I go over them right now, you'll be noticing them in movies. They're in Indiana Jones, in Star Wars, tons of movies. So one of them is called the Wilhelm scream. Recorded back in the 1950s, and they've used it hundreds of times. So the Wilhelm scream, it starts out, get away from the mic here. It starts out high and then it goes down low. So it's this kind of, ah! That's the Wilhelm scream. But it's a man getting eaten by an alligator originally. So the second scream is even goofier. Second scream, that's the Howie scream. And that one starts low and it builds up into, it's from a really corny movie where a guy goes running at someone doing kung fu moves, and he goes, yeah! It's that built low to high.
Yep.
And there's an even goofier scream. It's called the Goofy scream, because Goofy does it in the Disney cartoons.
Yeah.
Where every time he falls off something, he does this, woo! That's the Goofy scream. So when you hear those screams, you realize it's just a movie. But then there's a different kind of scream. Then there's a scream that when you hear it, you know it comes from right in here. Deep from a place of pure terror. And that's the kind of screams we're going to be looking at tonight. People have heard those kind of screams, this kind of blood-curdling scream that you can't tell if it's animal or person. They've heard those screams around here in the Cuyamaca Mountains, near Julian, for hundreds, thousands of years. Now, some people say it's just a mountain lion that's making that scream. Some people say it might be a person who's in trouble. But some folks say that there's some creature out there in the mountains that's not quite person, not quite animal. It's something different. Some sort of tall, hairy creature walks on 2 legs like a human, but it's not quite a human. And those are the creatures that I've been researching for this book, The Proctor Valley Monster, which I just released myself this month for our other stories in Chula Vista. This is stories from there, but also stories from here, from Alpine, from Julian, and the Cuyamaca Mountains. All over this region, people have talked about these strange, upright ape men, human-like, but not human quite, that makes that terrifying, blood-curdling scream. And you might hear it someday if you're walking around the mountains out there. You might hear it echo throughout those mountains, and if you do, you better just pray that you're not walking alone.